Alright, Shalom. Before I start, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakakorash. Give honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all the like to Akim wa Akwath, learning and teaching in truth and sincerity into the video to the spirit. Your brother Malak from GMS Detroit. Another one right here. Hey man, this shit gonna be a little bit funny. I'm gonna be playing a clip from that middle picture right there. What is that? Carbon copy with Denzel. Right, I know some of y'all may have seen it, but this, and then I got another clip to go with it, just showing you the sentiment of the so-called white man, right? Especially white Christians. This country is bathed in hypocrisy, racist, genocide, right? Bigoted slaughter and mistreatment. And despite the so-called, societal advancements, technological advancements, that mindset still resides in the descendants of the oppressors, which what's the word I'm looking for? Not undermines it. That's the motivation behind many of the actions that they do, whether they want to admit it or not. The places that they live, the people who they choose to be around, the businesses that they open up, the dealings that they do, much and most of it is predicated upon the fact that they hate you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. They hate you in every way, and they think that they are better than you. So whenever you try to put yourself in a position of being right, in a position of being right as in, just and correct, holy, right, and specifically and especially claiming to be the Israelites, the chosen people of the Bible, they have a problem with that. They cannot fathom it. And whatever has happened to you, you deserve because you're black and stupid. So get over it. That's the sentiment that we get here in America. And if you say that, I'm incorrect on that, you're a fucking liar. So what simply is going to have to happen is the Heavenly Father is just going to pay us back. Because, they're never going to do the right thing and do so. We don't expect that from them. So y'all are going to be destroyed. But let's take a look into the mind of the so-called white man and woman.
Will never forgive you.
I'm actually I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. If I play the whole thing, they very well might copyright me. So
and so was his mother.
This is really your son?
Yes.
Your natural son?
Yes.
Oh my God. And to think I was going to let him live here. Walter, don't ever touch me again.
You're getting hysterical.
God will never forgive you for having a black child.
How do you know, Vivian? Maybe he'll be pleased. Maybe God is black.
You will burn in hell for saying that, Walter. God will...
You will burn in
How do you
hell
know,
for...
Vivian?
God will never...
What? She said you will burn in hell for saying that. Oh my fucking goodness.
Never forgive you for having a black child.
How do you know, Vivian? Maybe he'll be pleased. Maybe God is black.
You will burn in hell for saying that, Walter.
I didn't take a vote.
Oh my holy goodness, y'all. And she's playing a role, she's playing a character, but we know that to be the sentiment of Edom, of the so-called white man here in this country. Because what he said, now apparently, this is a movie, right? Obviously Denzel's not his son. But apparently, he must have went off and slept with some black woman off somewhere and had that illegitimate child, right? And so that woman is finding out about it. She doesn't like it. He makes a statement, what if God is black? And when you read scripturally, when you read the Bible, the prophets, the Israelites, the Messiah himself, many angels, David, Solomon, God himself has been described as a dark-skinned man of typical Negroid features, right? Woolly hair and dark skin. And we catch so much fucking flack about it. Why is that? Because they're a bunch of racist devils. We catch flack about it because they are bigoted, hateful, against the truth, demons. Which do what? They stop the ear. Because I'm not even, I don't even have to go grab because of scriptures, right? Songs of Solomon 1 and 5, Revelation 1 and 13, Daniel 7, uh, Ezekiel mentions bronze, right? Um, all over the place, we see depictions of the men of the Bible, right? But these people have a fucking burning hatred for us to where they don't want to admit the truth. Why is that? Because they're demons, outright. But that what she said, that's the sentiment of the so-called white men around the world. And subconsciously they understand that if what we're saying is true, if the angels indeed are black, the Messiah, the Lord, the Heavenly Father, Most High God, the people of the Bible, right? If the Israelites are Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, what does that mean for them? That means they have to pay. That's what they don't want no parts of, y'all. That's what they're afraid of. That's why they're trying their damnedest to silence us and not to acknowledge what we say, because it would result in recompense. Hey, Esau is that deaf adder, right? Psalms 58 and 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear. Right. So Esau, Edom, he is that deaf adder. This is parabolic speech. Imagine, a snake. Here it is. It bites you. It poisons you. You're laying there dying. You're crying to it for mercy. And what's it going to do? It's, nigga, that's on you. We don't care, right? That's the attitude. You have never seen a serpent apologize for biting and killing its prey with its poison. The same thing, you have never seen this wicked Edomite for. You've never seen him apologizing for the evil that he's done in the world. For that it's his job. Water doesn't apologize for making something wet. Fire doesn't apologize for burning. It's nature, right? That is how he naturally, innately feels, which is why they come up against us so crucially, so hardcore concerning the scriptures. They don't care anything for the truth, because many lies have been taught for centuries concerning the Bible, and they don't correct that. They don't come up against that. But when we say something, they try to come up against us, because, like I said, they know that recompense will come with it. I'm gonna go to this wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1 real quick. It says what? Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they looked for. Right. So the idea of us being justified by God, in their sight, it's absolutely, they just can't believe it, y'all. They can't believe it. They don't want to believe it, because then they would have to look at themselves for the antagonist that they are. And, everybody believes that they're the good guy of their own story, right? That's Proverbs 21 and 2. Every man's ways are right in his own eyes. But for Esau, you just have to swallow the pill that you're a fucking devil. Verse 3 says, and they repenting and groaning for anguish of the spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of God, and his lot is among the saints? Right. So they don't want to see us numbered among the saints, because that means that they would have wronged God's children, his people. And they know an ass whooping comes behind that. Let me get something real quick. All right, I got this phrase right here. It says, this was from RFK, JFK's brother, right? Famously, he said what? It says, but suppose God is black. What if we go to heaven and what way is he talking about? White folk, America especially. And we, all our lives, have treated the Negro as an inferior, and God is there. And we look up and he is not white. What then is our response? Your response is fucked. That's what your response is. You're fucked. And quintessentially, you are fucked. It says what Suppose God is Black says was an article written by John F. Kennedy in Look magazine after his trip to Africa. It was the first time a U.S. politician publicly condemned apartheid in a widely circulated publication. Right. And so, because you devils, you have such a hard grip on the world, it's controversial to even question the things that you do to people. When the things that you do to people are moralistically wrong on every level, and you don't have to be a genius or some sort of civil rights what do you call it, what's the phrase I'm looking for, you don't, the things that y'all do are plainly and clearly wicked. All right, anybody with half a brain can see that, but you have such a grip on the world to where everyone's scared to tell the truth about you. Why is that? Because they know you'll smash their heads in with bombs and other the usual, the way that America comes through, right? Come cracking domes and whatnot. Now I got another clip. So we saw that. We saw Aunt Vivian was mad or whatever the fuck, right? Then what you got? This right here, the cherry on the fucking top.
Look at how easy that was. Black people did not build America, and they do not deserve reparations. Thank you.
So maybe this is a skit, but once again, y'all, that sentiment exists. Even if this guy is being satirical, satire, right? We know that this sentiment exists amongst so-called white Americans, especially you Christians, because what do Christians say when you get to talking about these? Well, y'all need to wait, just believe and love Jesus. And well, wait a minute, okay, right, okay, we need to love Jesus, cool. We're still in a very big social economical gap in this country. Your people are benefiting off of the slaughter that your ancestors did. Even if you yourself are not a racist and you don't hold those same ideologies as your foreparents, right, supposedly, you still benefit off of all the slaughter that they did. Would it not be right to recompense us? Would it not be right to give a nigga some land? Oh no? Oh fuck us? Okay, cool. That's how we know we're not dealing with square people, y'all. We're dealing with demons. Square meaning even. Now this comment right here, this was a good comment. Because here it is, this guy just comes up, he picks that little piece, right? This is a good comment. It says, well, tell him to pick his body weight, then keep doing it for hundreds of years. I bet he'll be crying after a few hours, right? It says, turn up the heat while doing it and let him know it was for free and the physical abuse involved. And that's just the start. Yep, and tell him try it while he's hungry and he was just fed scraps and he has to do it, got to do it with no shoes or gloves for protection, and he can't say anything or he might get the whip across his back, and he got to watch his babies as young as 2 years old working just as much as him, and there ain't no breaks or rests, because at nightfall he's got a few more jobs to do, right? So let me turn this down. That brother, hey, he laid on the whole mess of it. It wasn't just pick one piece, like the dude said. Hungry, burning heat, threat of death and abuse, watching your children do it, having to pick your own fucking body weight. Jeez, dude. We can't get nothing? Nope. We can't get nothing? Nope. Why is that? Because that ancient hatred, y'all. Straight up, they hate you. Many of them, they don't know that they're Esau, right? They don't know that we're Jacob, but many of them carry that ancient hatred. Why is that? It goes back to Jacob and Esau. It goes back to really even further, what? Genesis 3. This is why they don't like you. This is why they don't want to do you any justice or any good. Genesis 3 and 15. And I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So there is constant and eternal enmity between us. We hate them and they hate us. That's why the idea of God looking like us is completely foreign to them. They can't even digest 1% of that. Bitch, not even an angel bet not be black in their mind. Or it's a demon. They don't want to give no ground because they know if they do, they have to be recompensed. And they don't want to be recompensed. They're vagabonds. They're running free, running amok, and they don't want to be paid back for what they've done, y'all. Obviously. All right, Esau still carries for us that ancient hatred, or the Edomites today, the so-called white man, right? They carry that hatred that their forefather did, right? All the way to this day. Genesis 25. Excuse me. Excuse me. Genesis 25, 27, and I know I'm looking right at it. I always do this. 41. I'm sorry. Yeah, I do this all the time. Genesis 27 and 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Right, so Esau had a hatred for us, and that has carried over to his descendants today, which is why it says what it says in Ezekiel. Now, so now we go and get it, but sometimes you got to start from the beginning, from the basics. So we see where that hatred stemmed from. It started in Genesis between the serpent, which was the wicked man, the spirit that was in him, went into Cain. That spirit went into Esau, and it's transferred to his descendants today. Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred, and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, and the time that their iniquity had an end. This has been an ongoing, long rivalry between us. They hate us, we hate them. The problem is that they have the advantage right now. Therefore, they've been able to put the world under their image. But soon, we're about to wipe them out and put the world under our image through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And he's going to look up and realize, yes, the angels are dark-skinned. The Israelites are dark-skinned. The Lord, the Messiah, Yahweh Shai, is dark-skinned. And the Father, Yahweh, is a dark-skinned man. And they're going to truly be sorry, y'all. That's why it says here in Luke, it says what? They're going to be wishing for us to let up on them, y'all, and we're not going to fucking let up on their ass. Luke 16 and verse 24 says, and he cried and said, Father Abraham, have mercy on me, and send Lazarus, that he may dip the tip of his finger in water and cool my tongue, for I am tormented in this flame. So this represents Esau in the kingdom. He's going to desire mercy of us, the Israelites. And he's not going to receive mercy. What is it going to say? Verse 25, but Abraham said, Son, remember that thou in thy lifetime receivest thy good things, and likewise Lazarus evil things. But now he is comforted, and thou art tormented. Hey, so Esau been living it up good down here. And when he was living it up, is he letting us live it up with him? No. He has a couple niggas set up as the glass ceiling to make the rest of you niggas believe you can make it, while the majority of us live in squalor, shit and stained names, right? Broken households, the bottom of the people, while he's living it up. So in the kingdom, it's going to be reversed. He's going to be down at the bottom while we're living it up until we destroy him. So taking it back all the way, right here.
Never forgive you for having a black child.
How do you know, Vivian? Maybe he'll be pleased. Maybe God is black.
You will burn in hell for saying that, Walter.
I didn't take a vote.
God will never...
Hey, the creep back she's doing is funny as hell. But that's a movie, it's a scene, but what she said is how they feel as a people. That is how they fucking feel internally. We all know this. Alright, so that's it, y'all. I'm gonna give all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim. Rakakurash, double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, peace, blessings, and salutations to all the elect Akim Wa Akwath, learning, teaching, and truth and sincerity. Shalom.